She walked the highways of Florida, her footsteps echoing through the darkness. Aileen Wuornos, her name would become synonymous with death, a chilling tale of a woman who turned her rage into a killing spree. Born into a life of hardship and abuse, Aileen's childhood was a nightmare from which she could never escape. Abandoned, neglected, and exposed to the harshest realities, her innocence was stolen long before she took her first life. As she drifted from place to place, the world around her offered no kindness, only more pain. By the late 1980s, Aileen had found herself living on the fringes of society, surviving as a sex worker along Florida's highways. But beneath her hardened exterior, a storm was brewing. Between 1989 and 1990, that storm unleashed itself in the form of a series of brutal murders. 7 men, lured by the promise of companionship, would meet their end at the barrel of Aileen's gun. She claimed self-defense, telling stories of violent encounters where she had no choice but to kill. But the truth, like the woman herself, was complicated. Was Aileen a cold-blooded killer, or a woman pushed beyond her limits by a lifetime of trauma? The jury saw her as the former, sentencing her to death in 1992. Her final days were marked by a mix of defiance and despair. She spoke of conspiracies, of the system that she believed had always been against her. But in the end, it was her own actions that sealed her fate. In 2002, she was executed by lethal injection, but her story didn't end there. Aileen Wuornos remains a figure of morbid fascination, her life dissected in documentaries, films, and books. To some, she is a monster, a cautionary tale of unchecked rage. To others, she is a tragic figure, a woman who was let down by everyone around her, until she could no longer bear it. But one thing is certain, Aileen Wuornos' legacy is a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human soul. Was she a predator, or was she a victim of her own fate? The answer is lost in the shadows, just like the lives she took. The road is long, but the past never lets go, and neither do we.